Hello, welcome back for what could potentially be our last game of this grand finals. It is best of 3 after all of the Starlighter Open qualifiers for the Chinese region. Game 2, Team Serenity versus Team Braveheart, as I think there is a scoring mistake. Braveheart should be the ones who are currently 1-0. My name is Hades and this is PQMZ. Hello.
Hello.
Are you ready, dude? This could be our last
ready.
game. Because
some Nyx Assassin, Rubik, Dota 2.
How are you? I'm waiting for the Invoker. I'm waiting for the Invoker combo. But we talked about how Team Serenity would probably be drafting a bit differently. Doesn't really seem like the case as they still pick up the Veno. And they let the Chaos Knight through again. Could it be that they are actually prepared to play against the CK?
Well, so far with the bans, Shaker's gone, Void's gone. They're two pretty good heroes. Spirit as well, I suppose, but they probably feel like they can deal with it if it happens again. CK is not as good against AA as you might think.
5 seconds remaining.
So you would take AA over CK, like because of the Ice Blast, or maybe other factors as well?
He's just good at like putting pressure on him and controlling him in a fight, and like CK needs to be able to go in. You know, he doesn't really have a reset button. So if you don't have an Omni Knight and you don't have these heroes like Dazzle, etc., to get you out, then you kind of just die when you go all in against AA Veno. You need a BKB, and then your illusions are weaker, so other things are able to counter them because they don't have 4k health at like 25 minutes, you know? They have like 1.8k instead, which makes a big difference.
Dyer's turn to pick.
Alright. Oh,
and, you know, they're drafting to deal with it.
Yeah, you can
I think
kind
it's
of
the
tell.
correct way.
Yeah. So we'll see what the Braveheart does. Decide to still go ahead with the Chaos Knight pick. But I do like the first two picks alone. I mean, I'm not a fan of just Venoman. I like the AA. If they can get the synergy off, it's really strong. And a hero we haven't really seen in a while, but I realize this hero has been kind of picked up a lot more, especially those high mark games. I'm not sure how is it like EU, but recently in C, like a lot of usually always above 7.4k games going on, especially now ever since like Envy and Fear moved over, and they have been playing a lot of Mirana mid. So Mirana mid could be back on the table for us.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, we've seen it offlane, we've seen it mid. You can carry with it as well. So this game, I doubt you see it as a support. So it's pretty much your core. Doesn't deal so well with the like magical damage, but if you can find a way to not get caught in it and do your damage from a distance, the hero is really strong right now.
I also think like sometimes we see the Mirana offlane. Chinese teams have been known to play a very greedy Mirana offlane. Like I'm not sure why they're picking the offlane. It's a bit weird since you know it's not like a reliable stun. But I guess they could always put Nyx into share into the offlane at the Mirana, just try and roam and get kills a bit, so that at least they can get the distribution of EXP a bit better. But lift into arrow is something, you know, it's always a class combo. We could also see that, like Mirana mid, so Ruby can just come in with smoke rotation, triple stuns, why not? With the Nyx Assassin as well, of course.
Yeah, I think that's what they're looking for. They want these three heroes to be able to dictate some kind of tempo in the game, and if Veno goes mid, they want kill potential on that hero. They don't just want like a Necrophos sitting in the lane that's going to get punished by him and eventually win the game, but you know, this game they want kill potential. And Podum does that.
There we go. Bad ride this time. Is this one way that you draft against the CK? Could it be because they just want to isolate the real CK away from the Phantasm illusions?
They already have the heroes, I think, to dissuade the CK pick.
Okay.
The bat here is like, sure you're playing into a Nyx, but I'm guessing what they want is a hero that either forces the supports to be bottom or it has a really good time. And they also have like Sand King Batrider, so pretty strong potential to like pressure heroes. Anti-Mage is pretty good at not dying, but he still gets pressured.
Batrider into Nyx Assassin though, that's also one thing which I was a bit surprised. Like, you know, Carapace is so many ways you can disrupt the Batrider really easily.
Carapace is king this game, like all four heroes. You can guarantee stuns on them pretty easily.
5 seconds remaining.
So the Nyx is gonna pay some dividends this game. The problem is it's a Nyx and a Rubik with two cores that don't really want to go in, you know? They both kind of want to wait for the other team to blow their load and then blink in and do their damage. That's anti-mage and Mirana to a T. So Tide's a really smart ban because that's a hero that could just walk into the other team. You can't really jump it with a Bat Rider, otherwise it's just like a free initiation
10
against you.
seconds.
But as for other offlaners that do that,
5
most of them are
seconds
banned.
remaining.
So they gotta make something work. Unless they want to run bottom offlane and pick like a different mid hero, maybe a Puck. Something that offers a lot of control. I could see that as an option.
I don't know. I feel like the right-click Mirana right now is just so good because like
You
her
do it
attack
from the
speed's
offlane
crazy.
as well.
Yeah,
I'm not saying it's as good, but
Hmm.
like right now, what do you do in this draft other than pick heroes apart and split the map? Against a team that has plenty of catch,
so
like,
someone like
you
an
need a way
offlane.
to use your lead. So if you put the bottom offlane and you pick a hero that can initiate like Puck, or you had a Tide Hunter that wasn't banned and that hero can just kind of waddle in and make space for your team. I don't really see too many other options. Like Void would be another one, but that's banned. He's also quite greedy though. So Shaker, banned.
Puck can also play in the offlane. I mean, it's not that bad. We can still play them around the mid, let the Puck go to the offlane, but she's not gonna have that good of a time. I mean, maybe actually she still could have a pretty decent time, I guess. A doesn't have a
Yeah.
stun. It's not sure whether the Venom is going to the save or the mid lane.
Dyer's
Tanking,
turn to
his
pick.
range is really short as well. The stun isn't. I don't think the stun's long enough to keep the Puck in place, unless they combo it nicely with the cold feet. But I don't know, I think like Team Serenity's draft still needs one more catch, like one more hero to really get into Braveheart's face. But in Braveheart's part, I just agree with you. Like they need something which to actually
10
go in. You know,
seconds.
someone to really stand in the front lines for them. None of these heroes can.
5 seconds
I
remaining.
mean, I guess Bristle's a hero, but do you really want free, like right-clicking cores that all take
Radiant's
farm?
turn to pick.
Abaddon,
Ooh.
okay, that's a hero. This hero is probably the best option they had left, and it's so good against Bat and AA as well.
It was quick. Whoa!
So
I did not
pretty
see
good
that coming.
Meepo game.
Is it though? I'm not sure. Okay, but maybe because I play
Meepo's
Meepo.
amazing. Like,
I love
okay,
that set.
bottom has to buy yours, otherwise Meepo just kills. AM has to man to dodge and then blink out, otherwise Meepo just kills. And that's at like 20 minutes, you know? Abaddon is nice, Nyx is nice, but yeah, this is a good Meepo game. Like, you counter both cores and you come online so early and the rest of your team is so good at fighting. And it gives them a way to take Roche, it gives them a way to end the game. Like last game, they had a similar thing with like their other 4 heroes, but they had no way of ending the game. Now they do. I think they have been last picked, and I would really like to see them beat the Meepo, but yeah, good luck.
Yeah, they,
If
like
I
anti-mage doesn't do well against
betting
Meepo
man-
at all.
I mean, 50 minutes in, maybe, but yeah, good luck getting there. If I was a betting man, I would bet on the Meepo.
This is scary, but what a game 2 draft we have here, P. Like, alright, you know, game 2, Braveheart, the score should be Braveheart favoring 1-0, but Team Serenity are looking to try and blow this wide open. Alright, so there we go, and oh, getting a nice ward down here, thinks he has it on the cliff. We shall see, but the Meatball going mid, this is scary, scary stuff. And I love that set, I have to say, I don't think I've ever seen that Meatball set before.
Yeah, I've seen it a few times. It's quite old, isn't it?
Is it? I don't know. It's quite cool. Like maybe because I'm too used to seeing the immortals on the boss or the Fennec set.
True.
But this is the highlight right here, Meepo.
Yeah, he
And-
will be the focus of the game. Like, maybe not so early on, but the rest of his team will give him like 10 minutes, I imagine, and then you're gonna look at this hero and things are gonna happen
30
around him.
seconds to battle.
Like, Podham's pretty good at laning against him if she has some help, so I imagine the Nyx will kind of make some rotation early, but
But the thing with Meepo is it's not always about winning lane. Like you know, you
no, you don't need anything.
You expect to win the lane against Meepo in the first place. It's just that
Oh,
once he retreats into the jungle, it's a completely different story because that's where he just soaks up all the farm around the map. He's suddenly going around with a blink dagger, ganking you or something like that. Like, what's the current meta for the Meepo? I think I recall someone saying something about what treads, blink, and just diffusal blade or something like that.
What I've seen the most is treads, double wraith band, dragonlance, blink.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, that's also another one.
Diffusal is... I don't think it's as good this game because you don't struggle with catching them so much once you have your 3 Meepos and you have your net levels. What you struggle with is like tanking through the damage, like, because they do have a good amount of AoE. You know, if Rubik just deals any AoE spell, Abaddon Shield, Podum Nuke, there's a lot of AoE nukes he has to live through. Especially if Rubik steals Sand King Stun, then Meepo can have like a harder time. So Diffusal, I don't think is the item in this game. But I am not a Meepo player, so whatever he feels is what he needs. I will trust.
Ooh, they already get the first blood doodle, taking care of that Abaddon. Oops. T-Tours, sorry, missing first blood, very crucial kill. But Abaddon is expected to pretty much struggle in this lane, at least until he gets some more levels up. You know, level 1 Aquatic Shield doesn't really offer you that much. And Meepo is still having decent time against White Chen, who is getting a lot of harassment from the creeps. Bat's almost level 2 already. It's waiting at the trees and no way for them to zone out.
Yeah, this isn't a pretty easy lane for Batrider to like at least get his levels in. Maybe even get some kills if they overplay.
Oh, getting the first impale. Just laying up napalm stacks. Nyx Assassin does not have Carapace. I always wonder, like, if the Batrider cosmetic is supposed to be like that. You notice the particular effects, the bubbles? It actually looks like a regen rune sometimes.
Now you say it, I can see it. I never thought it before, but yeah, I can see that. And bottom, they go in again.
They really want this kill. I think they should be able to get this with the Gale of Aquatic Shield to try and debuff, but he will go down to Doodle. Doodle.
They just right click so hard with the AA. Like, Abaddon's good against these heroes when he kind of has his PMS, he has a few levels, and he can tank the initial barrage of damage. But right now, he's not getting the chance to get his levels. Every time the wave is pushing, they go on him. And he's missing out on a lot of XP.
And he did TP into the lane. Oh, he actually
gets a haste rune. Maybe they can kill mid now.
Maybe.
They only have 1 net though. Meepo doesn't have mana in his second.
No, I don't think they get kill here.
Good harass.
Oh, burrow in. They meet the Earthbind. Oh no, it's still gonna connect, and they're actually gonna get the kill here. Hold on, maybe not. Meepo's in some trouble. And if the haste rune expire pretty soon, looking nice sidestep, juking the arrow.
Yeah, okay.
Oh
nice.
dear.
A cleans up.
So that's the big kill.
I was gonna call the Sand King a pussy, but it's okay. That's calculated.
Family show, P. Family P. Family show. You know, you gotta keep things at him.
When is Dota family? Hello?
Okay, I'm gonna go ultimate
Please
cheese.
explain.
I'm going to go ultimate cheese here and say, like, the Dota community is my family. We rage about Monkey King being
all
OP.
ragers and flamers. Hello? we should be able to flame together.
Flame together. Alright, I can see that. I can get behind that logic. Alright, so...
Yeah, that's our family.
That's our family. A bunch of ragers and perhaps somewhat racist people sometimes.
Yeah, like you.
I'm not racist, dude. Okay, actually I am.
Yeah, sure.
I'm from Singapore.
Whatever you say, dude. Whatever you say, you're racist against your own people, so you're obviously racist against everyone.
Oh man, dude. No. I'm Singaporean. That's why I'm racist. You know, we are some of the most hidden racist people.
Yeah.
Right, so 3-0. I mean, we've seen the story before Team Serenity. They had a 16-1 advantage, and somehow they lost that game. But with Meepo,
this will be a different game, though.
Oh no, Earthbind getting the first one now. They get the second one. Poof. Poof. No, he has a leap. He's gonna be okay. Oh. Leaps away, cheating that one.
Look how hard this lane is now. Like, Podum generally wins this matchup for the first 2-3 minutes, just through like better right clicking, and then this happens and she struggles to lane. Like, she even went for the double wraith band just to have a tiny bit more health. Maybe they have a kill here if arrow lands, but you have to be careful.
I don't think so. He's not even going to get baited in with the Carapace, just getting the Earthbind out into White Chen.
Oh, never mind, he's dead.
Is he?
Yeah.
Yep, there we go. Doesn't even need the second Soulstone proc.
That's a good kill. This is what the Nyx needs to be doing to make sure the Podum can actually like stay in the lane and continue to and be useful in the game. Otherwise, Meepo just kind of flash farms for lane and gets more out of it and does way more in the game. You need this bottom to shut the Meepo down by having a good lane and continually ganking him. That's the only way this works, you know.
And that's a really, really good usage of the Invitational as well. And meanwhile, Doodle just takes the mid, so bottom tier 1. And okay, using the Earthbind catch 876. Are they thinking about a turnaround here? They have the Napalm stack piling up and no catch, so they're not gonna waste their time. And Meepo just goes back to farming. I mean, CS wise, they're kind of struggling. Anti-Mage is having a great time, 39 and 11. Basically free farm top.
I imagine it would be quite a quiet game to start with. Like, both supports want their levels, both offlaners kind of want to get their farm going, get their levels. Batrider's definitely getting the better end of it right now, but I guess that's kind of what you'd expect. And then, you know, same thing for like Meepo and Podo. Meepo wants his levels. He's not a hero that moves around too much early. And Podom will only do it if the supports enable her. And now she has her healer, she can start maybe pressuring this tower while the Meepo's farming jungle.
Yeah,
if Nick stays around, she'll feel
I feel like
really
they
safe.
need tier 1 towers so that they can open up the jungle, get some options available to them. But otherwise, at this point, it's very, very unlikely. And alright, me entering with the Burrow Strike.
He wants his creeps.
Nick's assassin just hiding behind the trees and hold on. Poof poof. Easy kill here of the Meepo. He says thank you, itadakimasu, and they're going for more. And 1-for-1 trade. Support from offlaner. And okay, yeah, he's found another one. Maybe.
He's fine, right?
The Geo Strike, the slow, body blocks. Is he going for the optimistic TP out? He could try with the carapace perhaps. Using the Moonlight Shadow, and they do not have detection. Oh no, cancelling TP with that Earthbind. So, great stuff for the Meepo. He's gotten 2 kills.
I don't know why he waited so long. Like, he could have just TP'd. He knew both nets were on cooldown. His Abaddon should have told him. I don't know. It's a small thing, but at the end of the day, he gets a few kills, and Batrider denies the top tower, which is kind of nice. He's very, very close to his blink. Skipped all the small items. No Tranquils, no raindrops, wand, anything, so...
Actually looks like he might be going for the drums first, so that he can... I guess Aura helps along with the Meepo as well.
He would already have bought some small items if he was going drums.
You're right, he's going for the blink.
He just had it in his quick buy, so... You go blink when you have 2,000 gold saved, and that's going to allow, like, this AM to feel pressured. You know, you just shift the Veno top, start pushing his lane in, then when Meepo can offer enough damage output, like you get your 2nd level in your ult, and maybe just smoke with the bat and your main Meepo.
Oh my god, that was awkward. Did you see that?
I saw the missed arrow. That was a hard kill anyway, you know.
I just felt like if he was patient, that just looked like extremely bad miscommunication. Like lift and the arrow was like phew, and then that's where I could see that hopes just flying away as well with the arrow.
The hopes and dreams.
Yeah.
Poor guys. But they are 1 game up, so you know maybe their hopes and dreams aren't flying away just yet. They are gonna get Meepo'd though, so they have to play pretty well this game. So far it's looking pretty good. You know, the Podum's still on top of the Meepo, and AM's having a very free game. The map's opening up a bit. The Rubik's gonna start leashing his level 6. Abaddon's getting there himself.
'Tis mine. That's not for the likes of you.
This just feels very weird. I know that this is the calm before the storm, especially since the Meepo's getting up to his next item. We've been in treads.
Yeah, here's the smoke.
Yeah, they want to try and get a kill here, going for the blink. It's only be the Rubik, and probably gonna give the kill away to Meepo. Honk honk, down he goes, killing speed for Pia. And they will look to get the tier 1 tower middle lane. Nothing that this Mirana could do. Maybe throw an arrow out, you know, hit creep. Batrider is just cutting the creep wave, and yeah, that's all he can do. So easy tier 1 tower going away to Team Serenity.
Really nice.
Hold on, Earthbind.
They
found the Rubik again. This would be really sad if they find the 2nd kill. But now the Moonlight Shadow pops out and no detection, but Nick's assassin wandering a bit further forward. Wow, they really want this kill. Trying to go into duel. Mana burn. Impale actually does connect, and with the Mana burn. That's gonna be some nice damage coming in. Now clean up the Plague Wards. Meepo just goes back to farming, and Dragon lands on the way for him.
Still pretty good for Serenity though. Like, I think I would quite happily trade my Benno for a mid-tier 1 right now. The Rubik kill was just, you know, icing on the cake. Any hero that was there was probably dying, except maybe AM. So he did go pretty greedy build. More points in mana break so he can farm faster, which I like. But Spell Shield's pretty value this game, you know. You don't have a lot of physical damage to be scared of for the first 25 minutes.
Yeah, I agree. Considering he was going up against the Bad Rider, I think he probably is regretting that already. I'm surprised he didn't decide to go for, like, say, a magic wand or even a stick. That would have been a better option, I feel. Considering, like, he was going to lane against Bad Rider or for a while, but Bad did go to jungle.
The thing is, like, the wand situation is only relevant if, like, he can actually pressure you. And if you look at how farmed the AM is, it's obvious he wasn't pressured. It's just the... however he feels like skilling to farm faster. Yeah, but you are going to want spell shield levels before you even like max your Q this game, I think.
By the way, quick reminder to you guys in chat. Yeah, hold on, sorry. People also kind of, I just said it a few times already, but Team Serenity is not 1-0 up, it's the other way around. Braveheart is the one which are 1-0 up.
So yeah, they just swapped sides, so the admin would have put it for one side and then the team swapped and he forgot
hold on,
to reset
telekinesis lift. Going to the Ancient Ambition will stun up the Bad Rider, but they have the Assassin still there. Honk. Trying to break it with Carapace. There we go. Oh, nice double into the Ice Blast. Might even get the kill here into the Bad Rider. Fine. Mapo is still walking around. Just Mapo things, looking to snipe some people off. Borrowed time already procced. Bit preemptive though.
Benno would push with the real Meepo here. While his clones are just moving around farming. No. They can just start pushing. Like, again, Braveheart have minimal D-push.
And this is not a Chaos
I
Knight
actually
game.
really like that they're doing this. Because right now they're strong, but they're not like as strong as they could be, you know?
That's a very nice snipe. Ice Blast is gonna miss. Braveheart still has Carapace up, and what's he gonna steal? He's gonna steal the Earthbind on the Rubik. That's an awkward spell. Doesn't really land that easily, but okay, at least they do get one kill. And White Chen gonna build his way towards the Diffusal Blade. 12 minutes in, and the towers are just disappearing again. Team Serenity, they've amended their game plan, but do you think this is going to be enough for them to break high ground?
Breaking high ground this early, no. Meepo's still gonna want Roche, he's still gonna want like another item on top of Blink, I think. But for the most part it's gonna be level based, right? Like, this hero wants to be kind of on par with the clock. And he had a bit of a slow start, so you can forgive him being like level 11 at 13 minutes, but it's gonna start picking up. He'll catch up. Especially when he starts killing enemy heroes with a blink. In conjunction with his Bat or his Sand King, which both have blinks when Sand King goes to the side shot. And having AA as well just adds like so much more kill potential across the map. Makes it really scary for both the AM and the Podom to be out on the map. Because Meepo counters both these heroes straight up.
Hold on, Long. He's found the Rubik again using that Ice Blast and Lasso. They will find the Rubik kill going the way to the Bat Rider. Well, this routine is twice now, and they still keep on going. Do you think it's alright to commit your Lasso to try and catch even the support? Like, wouldn't you want to use that to catch the anti-mage or even the Podom?
In an ideal world, yeah, but you take what you can get. Think of it like a Midas, right? Every time this is up, you want to use it to get free money.
Poor Rubik.
You invest it... Yeah, like he's just a big creep that's getting Midas. Like, the AM's going to play in such a way that he's going to be on the safest part of the map, and if Batrider ever shows on a lane, he wants to be on the opposite side. Generally around his Nyx, so that the Nyx can kind of do what he's doing here, where AM's farms this side, and Nyx plays like here. So he has as much vision as possible. So that's the hardest hero to kill on their team. You just want to take what you can get for free. Because they don't need like high value kills. They are going to hit this peak where the Meepo comes and they have their blink, kind of like now where they're just killing this Rubik again. Poor guy.
Indeed, he just wanted to take care of the plate ward. That wasn't even an observer ward. He just wanted to T-ward, you know, be a good support.
Yeah, and now Miko's into the pit, so they're gonna feel pretty safe having this ward on the shrine. Sen King having his blink, even though he doesn't have Epi yet. The stun should be enough. They're gonna trade a tower for this, but you know, losing your safe lane tier 1 is not very important at this point, because they're playing on the other side of the map. Mipo's just taking a while, you know, he's getting kind of bashed.
Who cares,
But
man?
H
Easy
is
tower.
acquired. Yeah, 1k in the bank.
What's his next item though?
Why to say A by Midas, man? I hate this so much.
Who bought a Midas?
AA. I mean, levels on this hero are nice, but like, I don't know, I've never been a fan.
I can see why he went for it, but
Yeah, I can see why. It's just like Glimmer Cape this game is really good. 4 staff is not bad, you know? But getting levels just means his spells are more impactful. And to be honest, if you Ice Vortex someone who's getting poofed 3 or 4 times, and it's max level, it's gonna do a lot of damage. And you know, you want your GPM talent as soon as possible, so the levels from the Midas help as well. I can see the reasoning, I'm just personally not a fan. I guess it comes down to playstyle.
middle lane. Abaddon, forward time procced really easily. Nothing he can do. I mean, they're just getting meatballed right now really hard as well, who has a double damage rune. And
not as broken as it used to be, at least.
that's true. I mean, do you remember like back then when meatball, like the more meatballs you had, like the shorter respawn time you had or something like that?
It was just a flat respawn, wasn't it? Like minus
Yeah,
30% or something?
That was
And
so
DD
stupid.
used to affect all the Meepos in like a 200 AoE or some shit. And now he's just pushing high ground at 16 minutes. He's getting arrowed. Feels bad, man.
Can we get stuns up? Burst strike, ice blast coming in, gonna connect to the Sand King. Fighting under the shrine. Can he kill the meatball? Everyone's really low. Alright, heal lasso, but it's not really gonna do much. It looks like they're actually gonna kill off that Sand King. Body comes up from the next assassin. They wanna try and get all the kills they can get. Maybe even burn out his Aegis. Runboy at the backline will finish off the Ancient Apparition. Alright, Meepo is actually gonna go down for the second time as well. Now Poison Nova gonna come out, and this is a team wipe. Is this the throw? That was a full team wipe, and the Aegis gone. Cost them a Nyx Assassin buyback, but that was really, really worth it.
I think that constitutes as a throw. You reckon chat will agree?
I mean, basically every time a winning team starts dying,
Yeah.
it's almost like the,
We
you know, the
agree.
seagulls. It's like the seagulls, you know, like mine, and then instead chat is like 3-2-2.
I can see it now, even though I don't have chat open.
It's like a meme, you know, like you have to.
Twitch chat's brilliant, man.
You have to add that into an actual picture one day.
Yeah, I can see that happening.
Reddit,
I
just
mean-
make it happen. Twitch, make it happen.
Like, this is where your Midas value kicks in, though. It's like, guys, we're not gonna end the game. We're gonna throw on purpose. I need my Midas to, you know, have some value.
Take us.
And, you know, the Meepo's going E-Blade as well, so he's not even going like super tanky stat based. He's going more damage. So he wants an Aegis, and without an Aegis, like he's pretty squishy right now. Like the AM isn't gonna man fight him, but he can do some damage if he's not the focus. Same thing for the bottom, you know. Like she hits quite hard. It's not
I
gonna
think-
matter if she's the one getting jumped,
Mhm.
but that's where the Abaddon and the Nyx come in.
I think the scary thing is, like, if the anti-mage starts to build up these really big items, you can see Abaddon going for a pipe. That's gonna help a lot against the Meepo. And Mirana,
Banner, man.
like, I want to talk about this Mirana pick a bit more, because I feel we haven't touched enough on this topic. Like, her right click and attack speed with talents is actually really, really crazy stuff. So, like, the right click Mirana has never been more viable than it has now. So you build into like a
Correct.
Mjolnir or even like a Hex, maybe even the Bloodthorn. That Meatball is gonna melt if this game drags past like late, because the Venom is eventually just gonna stop being as useful. Even with the level 25 talent, unless maybe go into like the Poison Sting slow, which I feel isn't really like, all that good. The Plague Wards
I don't
are,
think you ever take that.
yeah, and the Poison Wards, the Plague Wards are just basically going to be
Rest in
feeding
peace,
the
Abaddon.
Mirana.
I mean, he takes a while, but he's dead. Space for my team. For my Potter. Yeah, I really like this build. I used to be a huge fan of the Ags, but ever since the damage talent came in and the Ags got nerfed, like this hero's just slowly being transitioning from like a split push, quote unquote spellcaster to a one position core again. I think this is a lot harder to play personally because the hero is still quite squishy. You know, sure you have a leap, but if you get caught by an AA blast and a Sand King stun, maybe you get lassoed or you just get poison novaed, you know, the game starts looking pretty bleak for you.
Oh, Power Strike got to cancel the Mirana's TP. Top lane, they actually do get the turnaround finding the Ancient Apparition kill. Moonlight Shadow is going to be popped. Do they have a Sentry? They actually have a gem. Mien Mien. That's a Diffuser Blade, but okay, maybe fight under the shrine if he can get to the shrine. Oh, actually jukes it. Just barely. Okay, maybe not. Arrow's going to come out. Looking for the Starstorm. If it's going to land a second time, might even get the gem drop. And there we go. That's a gem. Dodo's going to take it, and now TP comes in from the Rubik. Now if he's going to help by just a fair bit of Plague Wards. Plague Wards. Actually, they will get the kill and the gem as well.
That's worth. That's so worth.
Hashtag worth it right there. Fighting under the shrine. Not smartest idea. And alright, on the right side, Doodle does get a mega kill streak. That's 700 gold going to his pockets. And he's going to build the Aghanim Scepter. So.
Yeah, but 700 gold does not equal 900 gold and a gem cooldown, you know?
I know, I 100% agree if you were there.
And the math does not add up. And he has Plague Ward, so he can just deward every hill. Man, that feels so bad. Especially because, like, when you're the team that wants to be the aggressor, you want the gem because of this Nyx. Not having that is, it's not just giving the gold away, it's like, you feel you have no control over the game when these Invis heroes can just scout you out and mess around with you, and you have to carry dust for the Mirana ult, etc. It just messes with your head, and it makes your game a lot harder to play.
Well, maybe this E-Blade Meepo might be that saving grace to at least try and tilt the odds a bit more into their favor.
So slow. Like, he has 10k net worth. He's level 16. This, I mean, the jungle nerf is pretty bad for Meepo, but like, you know, he's not farming like you want a Meepo to be, because he's not putting pressure. The AM's just farming for free, the Podum's farming for free, and they're keeping up.
I think the difference
I
is
one ahead. So like the 4k gold is about even in terms of ability to use it, but you know the Meepo is like, you know, he can go toe for toe. He could have 15k if he wanted to, and or at least before, you know.
I just think the difference right now is that the Meepo's been trying to get active, and hold on, Ice Blast, Mirana finally gonna get caught. So they realize that, okay, if we can't kill the anti-mage, let's just kill the Mirana, who's always alone. So they finally do get a good read on the situation and get themselves that kill. But 876 providing so much intel on where the Meepo is. If they could actually perhaps smoke to get that kill. They have 3 heroes not that far away from that one single Meepo. Yep, they're pinging out the Meepo. But nah, they don't want to take the risk. Yeah, Team Serenity know as well. Like, they basically are sticking really close to each other besides that one Meepo. Like, because there were so many heroes off the map for a while.
Yeah, I mean, they are at minimum like 4 manning everywhere. The Bat, the Sand King, and the AA are probably always going to move together in conjunction with the Veno or a Meepo. Probably the main one. That's how it normally works. But for Braveheart, they just need to continue doing what they're doing. You know, split the map, have the AM, get farm. He has a BKB, which is the correct item if he wants to be able to fight at some point, which, you know, if you look at how they lose this game by Meepo getting an Aegis and Raxing them. So you want the BKB to be able to fight that. Sure, you might want a Basher, you might want a Butterfly, but BKB stops you losing the game. And it just prolongs it, which means then your Podum can start getting her items and you can actually get your items because the game isn't over, you know? I really like this BKB. It's not greedy at all, and it's gonna mean he can play super aggressive across the map. So they have no way of cancelling BKB outside Lasso.
Hold that thought, PQ, because Team Serenity, they have decided, okay, maybe we found enough. Meepo has an EB now, and okay, they do find that one tasty target, which will be the Mirana one more time, and that's gonna show that Smoke Gank not completely wasted.
It's what they get off it though, right? Like, that kill's nice. It's a good kill. But if they're just getting kills and trading farm, it's not the game that's leading them to victory, you know?
I just feel like it's not going to stop Braveheart's game plan though. Like if you catch one person who's out split pushing by himself, you realize that okay, with someone else on the other side split pushing, and look at his anti-mage.
And this happens.
Oh, hold on, that might actually be that solo kill. Look at the meeple, look at Biapa.
I mean, this is why you have BKB. He needs to...
Oh, the BKB pop. He's going to turn around and Lasso's going to be there with all the right clicks. Down goes anti-mage. So he's gonna need like an Ags or a Link or something, right?
I think he just got baited there, you know. But yeah, Linkens would not be bad. I'm not an Ags fan, as I mentioned previously, but yeah, either would work, I suppose.
Alright, so 14 to 13.
That's the best sequence of events for the Radiant side in a long time, and they're doing it at a time where Roshan could be up right now, and then they could just take it. It's really unlucky that it isn't. It's a really late spawn.
And 876 just checking around again. He's gone inside the pit to make sure. Okay, Roche is not up it, but I'm pretty sure he knows it's gonna be up in like what 15 seconds. Vendetta won't last that long. Weird game. Like I like the Abaddon quick buy item though. Aghanims onto him would actually help a lot going up against the Team Serenity draft. It's a 50% damage reduction. Not utilized that often, but in this case I feel it actually might do a lot of work. A Lotus Orb would be better though. Or it's quicker, more effective.
I don't know if it would be better.
Maybe if he gets the Linkens on his own as well. Double damage on Biapa again, what? How many times have we seen this meeple with DD?
How many times have we seen the hero taking Roche get DD? That's the important one, you know?
Oh, 876!
Oh, nice.
Take it! He got it and the Roche kill! Ice Blast coming in, it's gonna connect into two heroes, but now they're gonna fight. They lost 8's meeple down, and now Big Epicenter coming in, everyone's gonna fall. And it's gonna be 3 heroes down. I'm not sure if it was worth it, but now buybacks, maybe buybacks. Oh, okay, no, immediately gets us by Carapace. He's thinking about going back in. He really wants that Venomancer kill, and he's gonna get it as well.
Yeah.
3 for 2 trade, and Anti-Mage gets great farm. He's gonna complete his Basher. Oh my god, he actually went for the big ballsy play, and it paid off.
He got the cheese as well, and he managed to realize he got the cheese, eat it, and get the Aegis as well. So, despite the fact that trade might not be so bad, it's like they have no Aegis for 10 minutes now. Like, how do they push? The answer is Anti-Mage is dead without buyback or some silly scenario like that. So they just gave themselves so much breathing room. Like, this isn't like a massive game in terms of like, you know, LAN finals or something, but if it was, you'd be like, oh my god, my game just got so much easier. Like, you can play with freedom now because you know you have the safety net. And the Podum hasn't finished an item in like 8 minutes because the hero's just been dying the entire time. Like, her net worth hasn't moved much at all. But this AM, on the other hand, you know, he has his BKB, has Basher.
He's crazy.
He's getting to the point where like he can solo carry this game, and the Podum just needs to be like throwing arrows and, you know, being utility.
Man, I don't even know when you go for next. Like after Abyssal Blade, I mean, do you really want to go for the Butterfly? Do you not want to try for one defensive item against the last soak? The Heart will help you out, or do you still think that the Butterfly is a really good item here?
Butterfly's amazing against Meepo, that's for sure. Especially with like the 10 all stats, the Manta, like your illusions do a lot with Butterfly as well. I don't think you need to finish the Basher because your team like has quite a bit of lockdown. So as long as they can initiate for you, then you're probably getting a bash at least.
Maybe. But right.
And if you can get it at the same time as the 25 Agi, you get like so much so quick. You know? You go from hitting like...
Oh, hold on, the Carapace comes in, catching meeples. They want to go straight to the backline, finishing off the Ancient Liberation. eBay trying to save him up, but the BKBs will be popped, and they actually will get a meeple and the AA. And now linking to the backline, can get a lucky bash onto the Bat Rider, maybe. But no, they go for the creep wave instead. And this Anti-Mage, like you said, solo carried this game. Alright, yeah, back. And for the first time this game, they, you know, Team Braveheart are the ones who have the net worth advantage.
I would like to say it's on the AM, but this Nyx is MVP, man.
Arrow flying in. Actually, no, not going to connect. And then get the last one to the Mirana. The Carapace is keeping the Bat Rider in place, and the Bat Rider is going to pay for his sins. He's going to die. Meeple buys back. They're going to kill Venomancer as well. Alright, now Meepo coming in, going into the anti-mage. Can he keep him alive? Epicenter coming in, but he blinks out to safety. White Chen will be the one to die.
He's gonna go in.
Is he going in?
Meepo
And Meepo die back. 100 seconds without the Meepo, and they're gonna find Yenmin as well. Bash, bash, and full team wipe. DMX is doing it. He's definitely gonna give it to you. Now they might even get the tier 2 tower as well. But no, Ice Blast coming in.
I think he's a little too low to like force any big issue, but they're just getting so much money. Like it's a 3k net worth lead, right? But their supports have what they need for the most part. Like their offlaner has garbage items in comparison, but it's all on the AM, and the hero's doing enough to warrant the net worth lead. So he can probably clean up this tier 2, then he can go back, finish off his butterfly. He's already bought the staff.
Big stuff. So now the net worth jump gets even higher. Oh, trying to steal something, but alright, bit of panic from the Rubik. And he gets out, you know, anti-mage goes back to farming. Already has his butterfly.
Yeah, just needs the chicken.
He's big, yeah, and okay, middle lane. It looks like they will find
And
the Sand King and the Venomancer. Alright, down goes Venom, maybe? Sand King, maybe? Burn gonna take on to a couple of times. They want to kill the Venomancer instead, and he's gonna die right there. And they have vision on the Sand King as well. Oh dear, why did you show yourself? You should have just backed off. If he dies here, this could actually be the high ground. Oh, try for the Mana Void back off, maybe? Actually, no, he's gonna need Mana Void. Yes, he will. So there's 2 heroes down. Buyback the Sand King, but still, that's really big. You know,
if it's not the end of the game, it's definitely the first nail in the coffin, you know? Like, Meepo's just not a hero at this point.
Alright, so there we go. Tier 3 tower taking some serious damage. They will go for the lasso. I thought she was going to be the helping deep up, popping the BKB. They need to take care of Bad Rider immediately. It looks like the Meepo's going to die as well. That damage! No buyback onto him for 87 seconds, and they're pretty much throwing another lead again. And alright, going into the fountain because they don't really care. The nice style dodge, and they're trying to kill him right inside their own fountain. Full team wipe and the GG.
Better team won, man. They got Meepo'd and they still outplayed them. Whoever this Nyx player is, he's pretty fucking good. His drafts have like maybe left them somewhat susceptible at certain points of the game, but if he's the one making all the calls, and like the plays he made this game were pretty damn good the entire time, like his scouting, the Roche play, protecting his AM so he could farm on the other side of the map, like this team looks good. I mean, if you put them against a tier 1 team, they're probably going to have a lot more problems than they had this game, but they look good.
They are. Like, it almost feels like they anticipated the, you know, the stories, the phases of the game, judging from the drafts alone. Because, once again, it just boiled down to, they made that greed actually work out. They abandoned, I like how he took a step back, and in his items, you can see he only had a pipe. He sacrificed...
He was a support, man.
He was basically a support. Like, usually you see the Chinese add-ins a couple of months back, it was all about the Midas, the Abat, you know, the Solar Crest, the Radiance, the greedy stuff. Like, they would basically be as the carry, and you see you're safe than going to lifesteal these are heroes, but you get the Anti-Mate and the Emerald coming up, they got decent farm. Anti-Mate, a great game, 13, 1, and 15. But Meepo, man, Meepo is so lackluster this game. I've never seen a Meepo so underfarmed. He didn't hit level 25.
Yeah, I mean... like, the start went well overall. Like, his lane could have been a bit better, but you know, it was just that one time when they went for the racks or the tier 3 with the Aegis, and then the game just got like so hard. It's like they don't know how to end a game. You know, they had a lead, they tried to push it way too much. Like, pushing high ground, even after they nerfed the amount of shrines you have in base, is still incredibly hard. Especially with how like Meepo works and the tower armor thing.
This was just
life is
one
hard,
heck of a
man.
game. It was a hard game. Like, if you're Team Serenity, you have to be kicking yourselves, like maybe banging your hits on the walls, like every single one of them. Team punishment. Because
like, if I had that draft, I would want to win that game. Like, I would feel like I outdrafted my opponent, but draft is, it can be a lot of the game, but if you don't play it well, it doesn't matter, you know?
Indeed.
Like, first game, they got a great lead. Didn't matter. This game, they got a great draft. Didn't matter.
Oh well.
It's sad to say.
Yeah, because usually when you pick the meepo, you really want to be ending the game by like 25 minutes, this kind of thing, not the other way around. But
Yeah.
that was still a sick game, man. Like considering like this anti, I just feel like it just went back to the anti-mage pick. It seemed kind of risky against the meepo. I know you felt like Team Serenity did outdraft, but once again, it was just basically team decision making. Like he was sacrificing farm to go for these smoke plays. He was trying to get active and hopefully snowball from there. But you know, by then, I don't see what's the point of smoking and thinking that you have farm to go back to when someone else is already cleared the jungle, for example. So there was just poor farm distribution. That's what I also felt was one of the main like contributing factors to this game.
Some of it was like, it was all okay until they went for that push, and then it's like, shit, why wasn't I farming more? You know, like every play they made was okay if they didn't screw up when they went for the big plays. You know, like these small plays are good and they lead you towards the big ones, but when you screw up the big plays, all these small plays are irrelevant, and you would rather just have hit creeps. So he had like say 350 CS instead of 230, and then he has another item, like maybe he has a second Dragonlance with his blink, and then he doesn't die, and then he can just kill all of them. Things like that, you know. It sounds really easy to say, and these guys are playing at a high level. You might not think so because you look at them and go, how are they making these plays? But try it yourself, honestly. It's not easy.
It really isn't. But alright, so
Braveheart were a better team.
They were. They really were. Like especially from their first game, how disciplined they play. I was really impressed. But okay, that will conclude our open qualifier, ladies and gentlemen, tuning in the stream. Thank you all for watching, and congratulations to Team Braveheart. They've really shown some really impressive stuff today. So any final words, PQ, before we close out there?
Well, I just echo your thoughts. Congrats to Braveheart. They're through the opens. Well deserved, and thank you for having me.
Yep, and shout out to you guys in the stream. Hope to see you guys for more future broadcasts. I do apologize for the for the audio issues. I'm just trying to tweak it out. I just got a new sound card. Thanks to Donald who helped me out with it. And alright, so have a good night, everyone. I have to rush a university assignment by midnight, and we got 2 hours to do that.
Good luck, dude.
Thank you. I mean, I like to live dangerously. Isn't that the story of every university student's life? So see you guys for future games. Good night and have a good day.